Hey guys! So today I wanted to show you some BT21 squishies that I made and also just go through the process of how I made them. So when I was coming up with ideas for decoing squishies, the first character that came to mind was Tata, and that's because I had this orange heart-shaped macaron squishy and I just thought the shape would be perfect for Tata. So I painted the front side red and the back side blue, and then I painted the mouth, the eyes, and the rest of the facial details. And then on the blue side, I painted on a bunch of yellow dots, since Tata also has a bunch of yellow dots on its body. So I really like how this one turned out, and I actually have a few more heart macarons, so I think I might make some more of these Tata macarons, just with different facial expressions. The second one that I made was this Koya pancake squishy, and I made it out of this Punimaru bear pancake stack. So I began by doing a base coat of white just on the top pancakes, since I decided I would leave the bottom two pancakes as is, and then I painted over the white with some blue, and after that I just painted on the facial features. And I decided to put this pat of butter here because there used to be the banana slices, so I just covered it up with some butter, and I think it's really cute, and it's also kind of shaped like a heart. Next up I have RJ, and this one is a bit of a Frankenstein squishy because I actually ended up using 3 different squishies to make this one. So the inspiration came from this cloud llama, which was already in a similar shape to an alpaca, but I thought it would look better if I attached this leftover piece of a squishy as the legs. So I cut off the butt of the llama, but then I realized that its butt would actually look better as the head, since RJ's head is more round instead of narrow. And for the ears, I took them from a squishy that eventually turned into Mong, which you'll see later on in the video. But yeah, after all that surgery, I glued all the different pieces together, painted it over with white, added on the arms, which I cut out of a scrap piece of foam, and painted on the rest of the details. In the beginning, I didn't really have too many high hopes for this one, so I was actually pleasantly surprised that it looked decent once I covered it up in paint. And I also really like how it's a flat back, because I haven't really made squishies like that before, so I just think having the flat back makes it unique. The fourth one I completed was Chimmy, and I actually think this one might be my favorite, even though I don't necessarily think it looks the best, but for some reason I just really like how this one turned out, and I really like the squish of it. So this one was pretty straightforward. I just used this circular macaron squishy, and I began with a base coat of white, then yellow, and then I just added on its face and ears. So that's the Chimmy macaron. The next squishy is kind of a 2-in-1 because there's Cookie and also Shuki, which of course they go together as a duo. So I used this Bunny's Cafe squishy, and I knew that I would have to do some surgery in order to get rid of the bow. So after cutting it off, I ended up with this, but then I realized that I would also need to change the position of the ears, so I cut those off as well and reshaped them so that it would look more like Cookie's ears. Then I glued them on, painted everything over with pink, and added the face. And thankfully the strawberry was already in a round shape, so I didn't have to do any alterations for Shuki. All I had to do was some painting. And I didn't realize this until later, but Cookie has kind of like a heart shape around its tail, which I didn't realize until I started looking at pictures in order to reference while I painted. But yeah, there's Cookie and Shuki, which I think turned out super cute. The final character that I needed to complete was Mong, and I struggled the most with this one because I didn't really feel like I had a squishy that had the potential to turn into Mong, but eventually I decided on this Fluff Fluff hedgehog squishy, which I thought was vaguely in the shape of a horse, but I knew I would have to reshape the head since it was too round, as well as narrow the body. So here's how it looked after I reshaped it. And remember how I used the hedgehog's ears for RJ? Well, I ended up using the llama's ears for Mong, so I basically did a switcheroo, which I thought was kind of funny. But yeah, after attaching the ears, I painted the head blue and the body purple, and then I added on some arms with scrap pieces of foam, and I finished up with the rest of the details. So I definitely think Mong was the hardest for me to make, and because of that, I would actually say that among all 7 characters, I'm the proudest of this one. But yeah, those are all the BT21 squishies that I have, and let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Like I already said, mine is probably Chimmy, but yeah, I would love to know your guys' thoughts. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye!